Coming up on High Now, Kanoy and I are living that Cabana life at Wet n Wild Hawaii.
That's right, they've got amazing new food items on the menu for spring break.
Plus, get up and get going. See the views from one of Oahu's most scenic hikes. Then, get ready to shake it up. A look at specialty cocktails from Kona Brewing Company in Hawaii Kai. This and more right now on High Now.
Hello and welcome to High Now Weekender. I'm Kainoa Carlson. Kanoy's not back this week, but she'll be here next week. And when it comes to speakeasies, guys, you gotta be in the know. You gotta know the right people. So we brought in the right people. We got Clark Dean here and Chef Michael from Gaslamp. What is Gaslamp, man?
Gaslamp's within a phone booth in Kailua. We're specializing in seafood, crustacea, steakhouse oriented. We also have an array of creative craft cocktails tailored to your taste. Also featuring live jazz on the upper mezzanine. So yeah, very experience driven from the moment you enter.
Yeah, very cool. Now, it's kind of a different atmosphere, different vibe, right, when it comes to speakeasies. How does that all work?
Yeah, absolutely. So very inviting and inspiring ambience, you know, definitely a great place to celebrate. And a lot of, tableside presentations, namely the Japanese Wagyu tomahawk, very popular among repeat clientele, the seafood tower. So definitely a lot of impressionable platings to be enjoyed, and a very creative cocktail program as well.
Yeah, definitely. Cocktail, obviously the beautiful dishes that Chef Michael is plating up. Absolutely. I also hear there's jazz music. You got some live music going on too?
Saxophonists on the upper mezzanine Thursday through Saturday, and also when available throughout the week. Definitely check in for that.
Oh, beautiful. Now, Clark, let's go through the dishes here. What do we have in front of us?
Absolutely. So here we have our diverse sea scallops with the Siberian caviar coming up alongside. And of course, the hummus mushrooms. We have a sweet and spicy aioli glaze across the top there. Some dill.
Looks delicious. What about here in the middle? I see a big old steak.
Absolutely.
That gets me going.
I know, right? So yeah, fortunate enough to bring in Maui cattle beef filet alongside. We have the
beautiful.
Yeah, the cremini mushroom Diane sauce. We also have a garlic confit and some grilled asparagus. Underneath we have our cognac peppercorn sauce.
Fantastic. And this last one right over here, I see a lot of color.
Yeah.
And I heard, is that edamame mashed potatoes?
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh. So we do have the edamame mashed potatoes alongside also a Okinawan sweet potato sakotage, and featured from the local fish auctions, we have the nice pink snapper, the alpaca paca, and Dungeness crab atop. So yeah, definitely check in for more menu items presented tableside as well.
Definitely, I love it. And what's very cool about this menu, Clark, is that you've kind of got land and sea, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, some beautiful scallop dishes.
Yeah.
The steak looks fantastic.
Yeah.
But kind of a unique menu you guys got going
Absolutely, yeah. Check in for our beef Wellington, you know, definitely steakhouse driven, but also, as you mentioned, incorporating an array of the local fare for seafood and also local ingredients as well.
I mean, this food looks delicious. It looks like art. I don't even want to touch it and mess it up. Ooh,
yeah, fortunate to have a very talented
head chef. And what's that sauce going over the top?
Yeah, so this one here is our yuzu beurre blanc to complete the alpaca paca presentation. Yep.
That is fantastic. Chef, wonderful. It looks great. Clark, real quick, how can people find Gaslamp? How does it work if people want to go and have a good date night there?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been largely word of mouth venue. You know, we're having such a great time with our clientele. Thank you for the opportunity. For a little more exposure, please get online to gaslamp.hi.com. We do recommend reservations given we're a smaller space, and definitely come celebrate with us. You'll have a great time.
Thank you so much for coming in. And speaking about celebrations, spring break just kind of wrapped up. And what better way to spend spring break than out in Wet n Wild? Me and Kanoy got to live that Cabana life. Check it out.
Hey guys, if you're still looking for something to do for spring break, Wet n Wild Hawaii is open.
That's right. So today we're checking out their VIP Cabana and the new options on the food menu.
The theme park industry is constantly evolving, and we need to find ways of changing with the times, meeting the customers' demand, their needs. How can we take it up to that level? The main thing we can do here at the park is provide them cabana service. It's a huge amenity, and the value that they get when reserving one of our cabanas, it's worth the money because it's your home base for the entire day. It gives you that plantation home vibe kind of feel. So when the park was designing the cabanas, you know, we made sure that we had that in mind. You can sit here, relax, watch TV while the kids go out and play. You have Cabana servers that will come to the Cabana, service you, deliver you food. You can order drinks. It's like a home away from home. You're socially distant from others, which is the biggest concern that a lot of the people have when coming to an attraction. We do have guidelines in place.
So here within our facility, we've actually created a sanitation checklist, and within those checklists, we are wiping down and disinfecting everything as far as handrails to lounge chairs, countertops, tables, even in our restrooms, everything as far as door locks, sinks, anything that is common to guests touching, those types of surfaces, we have it on our list to wipe and disinfect. The moment they're standing in line at the front gate, from there their mask needs to be on. Once they enter, the mask needs to be on at any point throughout the facility. We do have designated areas where the mask is totally required. We actually put these procedures in place just to ensure both our guests and our employees are having a safe day, but most importantly, a fun one at the same time.
In 2021, in addition to the movie nights that's gaining popularity, we also want to take up the food experience to a different level.
This is the good stuff.
When you go to a theme park, it is your typical park food with burgers and fries.
Ooh.
So we have some new items that we're going to introduce that will take it up a notch just a little bit.
Man, this ain't your typical water park food.
I'm ready to dig in.
Bukkake fries? Mmm, wow. Never tasted something like that before. Meat lovers quesadilla.
Pizza all kind of ways now, right? It's just like a party,
I know.
like a pizza party.
For spring break, we have a couple of dive-in movies planned. 2 dive-in movies. The movie nights are free with your paid admission tickets and one of the many benefits of owning a season pass. Find everything on our website at wetandwildhawaii.com. Follow us on social media because oftentimes we throw promotion out there, whether it's Cabana discount, ticket discount, season pass discount. Follow us on Instagram at Wet and Wild Hawaii as well as on Facebook.
Brought to you by Wet and Wild Hawaii.
It's the perfect spot to catch the sunrise. Makapuu on the east side of Oahu. And just around the corner is Makapuu Lighthouse Trail.
That's right, it's about a mile long of paved road. We're gonna trek it to the top.
Let's go. This family-friendly hike was originally built in 1909 as an access road to the historic red-roofed lighthouse on the island's most southeastern tip.
While the lighthouse is still in full operation, it's off limits to the public, and the trail has become a recreation area as part of the Kaiwi State Scenic Shoreline Park, offering plenty of sightseeing and educational opportunities along the way.
Whew, first stop.
This is one of the coolest parts of the hike because on clear days you can see Molokai, Lanai, and Maui off to the east.
I think I see something. And the photo ops are endless, from Cocoa Head to Sandy Beach to the deep blue waters of the Kaiwi Channel below. The backdrops are stunning. Even our furry friends are having a good time.
And if you're lucky enough, between November and April, you may even catch a glimpse of the kohola, or humpback whales, as they migrate to our warmer Hawaiian waters during their breeding season.
Now, while you can easily take a more leisurely stroll to the top, I decided to challenge Kainoa to a little friendly competition. First, a little jog to warm up, then some box jumps. Then, woo, it's windy. Almost there. Race you to the top. I won!
Now, Kanoi may have beaten me this time, but the reward, well worth the loss.
The first time I came here, it really impressed me, the view, especially here this side. It's like, wow, this is one of the most scenic points that I'm excited to look forward to. Must visit.
I like that the whole time we saw the ocean and like the mountains are huge, so it's like really nice.
Towering 600 feet above sea level, the summit offers panoramic views of Oahu's windward side. This is paradise. Well, that was a great way to start the day.
Yeah, it was. Now, if you haven't done it, you need to. Makapuu Lighthouse Trail, put it at the top of your list.
We'll have all this up on HiNowDaily.com.
Aloha.
Brought to you by Cutter Chevrolet.
Coming up, if you're in the mood for a good old classic burger without all the thrills, I've got you covered. See why some are calling the Daily the best in town.
Hello and welcome back to High Now Weekender. Kainoa Carlson, we're back here in the High Now kitchen. You know, when it comes to kau coffee, macadamia nuts, shortbread cookies, these are all things that people on the mainland are missing. So for today's Seal of Quality, we brought in Scott Buskey from Hawaii's local Buzz. Now, tell us about it.
Aloha, Kanoa. Thank you for having me today. So we started the farm, actually bought the farm back in 2004, and started with honey and then expanded into the full line of products, including mac nuts, coffee, chocolate-covered mac nuts are my favorite, the cookies, and we've grown from there.
Right, absolutely. Now, I understand your macadamia nuts, very unique. Why are they different?
So most macadamia nut producers roast their nuts. You always hear the roasted.
Right.
And we looked at that, and when you roast things like meat, it gets soft. And so we wanted a really crispy, crunchy nut, so we dehydrate our nuts. So that extracts the water instead of baking them. And it makes a really
that kind of leads to what? What happens when you do it that way?
Well, I'm going to have you try some. It makes a really, really crispy, crunchy mac nut, and then we add our unique flavors on top of them that are all natural. It's not chemicals or magical things, any of that kind of stuff.
Beautiful. Hawaii Island, always got it going on. All right, walk us through the spread. What am I trying here?
So you're going to try some garlic parm, which is this one over here.
Garlic parm, love
and
that.
That's crunchy macadamia nut, and then it has...
I can already tell the texture is a little drier.
Yes,
but
very dry.
A lot of flavor.
A lot of flavor. It's got Parmesan cheese and garlic, of course. And then the next thing to do
I really like that one.
Yep, that's a good one. Then sweet and smoky is this one.
Sweet and smoky?
It's kind of a...
It's right up my alley.
Savory sweet, and it's a real winner. It's addictive. So you start the bag, you have to eat the whole thing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Sweet and smoky.
Yeah, really good.
Very distinct flavor.
Cool.
Very
Have another.
Tasty. Yeah, very. These are like, if you put them in front of people in the boat, they're just all going to be going gone.
They're all going to be gone.
Conversation.
They're all going to be done. Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead.
Last one is cinnamon bun, and it's
cinnamon bun.
It's the sweetest flavor that we do. It's like a cinnamon bun, as you'll tell us.
That's like a dessert.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean? I want to crush these up, throw it all over ice cream. Now, Scott, the important thing is the seal of quality from the Hawaii State Ag Department. Now, this authenticates it as it's Hawaii made, Hawaii grown, locally made. Continue to support our local businesses. Always be on the lookout for this seal every single time you go into the supermarket. Scott, most important question. How can people get these products?
That's a great question. I'm glad you asked. So we're in Foodland R-Field sections around all the islands. And on the Big Island, we're in Island Naturals and a grocery store called Choice Mart and Captain Cook.
Okay.
And then online at www.hawaiislocalbuzz.com. And you can order there in-state. If it's a $50 order, we ship it for free. So, and if you're shipping to the mainland, it has to be $100, and then it gets free shipping.
Got it, but you guys do send it to the mainland, which is great.
Yeah.
You know, especially now, given everything going on, people need this taste to remind them of home, you know?
That's it, and we get lots of orders like that with those kind of comments. You know, it reminds me of when we were there 2 years ago or 5 years ago, and it brings them back to Hawaii.
Definitely. Real quick before you go, we gotta talk about this basket. How can people get that? Those are gift baskets, right?
Gift baskets, yes. It actually started or continued with our, we did a comfort kit where we gave them to people that worked in the healthcare industry. And
awesome.
then everybody wanted the gift basket. And so we made these up. They're shippable online. So go on our www.hawaiislocalbuzz.com. You can see all of our different gift baskets. We also do a personalized gift card for each one. So you can say,
cool,
Aunt Hattie, happy birthday. And
happy Monday, happy Friday, happy Saturday.
Happy every day.
Thank you so much for coming in. For more information about how you can get the seal, head to our website, HighNowDaily.com.
Brought to you by the Hawaii State Department of Agriculture.
If you're looking for a good old classic burger, I've got you covered. We're here in downtown Honolulu checking out the Daily.
Daily opened in 2019. Really the inspiration for it is we wanted to create a burger bar, like a neighborhood burger bar that people wanted to come to on the daily. We specialize in smash burgers, crinkle cut fries, local draft beer. We also offer Hope Farm pickles. We do it one way, our unique style. It's a smash burger, which we start with Hawaii grass-fed beef from Hawaii Meats. Basically smash it on the flat top, add diced onions, American cheese, our boss sauce, which is our special sauce, and we do that all on a Latour potato bun. There's some great burger spots in Honolulu and throughout Hawaii, and we wanted to offer a little bit different version of a burger, our version. People seem to love it, so we're stoked. We're encouraging people to order online through the Toast Takeout app or our website, thedailyburger.com. People can also come in and order at the counter. Eventually, hopefully soon, we'll be opening up for dine-in.
All right, Danny, what do we got here?
We have our signature burger, the Daily Burger. It's a smash burger made with Hawaii meats, American cheese, diced onions, our boss sauce, all on a Latour potato bun.
Oh, I love their buns.
They're so good.
Wow. Okay, I've read the reviews. People have told me about this burger, but really, I feel like I really have found the best burger in town. And of course, the fries, crispy, classic crinkle cuts. The best kind, right? So how did you guys come up with the name The Daily?
It goes back to a few summers ago. I went on an R&D trip with my partner, Johnny Vasquez. We went to Chicago. We wanted to bring something back, what they have in Chicago, these neighborhood bars that people go to on the daily. A play on words in the sense that we really wanted to create a place where people came to daily, but also it was a nod to the city of Chicago, former Mayor Richard Daley, who was the mayor there. So,
Man, you guys have really hit it out of the park. This is really, really good. And of course, you've got amazing beer here.
yes, Aloha, Brew Co, Pilsner.
It's nice that you guys partner up with local businesses.
That's important to us,
Yeah.
definitely. Since day one, we've had Aloha Brew Co, but since COVID, we have 2 other draft lines, and we will be pouring local beers because we definitely want to support our community. And we aren't doing dine-in at this time, but hopefully that will be changing soon.
Yes. Okay, we're all hoping for it, Danny. Thanks again. You guys need to make sure you check it out, The Daily, here in downtown Honolulu. It's the best.
Brought to you by Cutter Chevrolet.
With roots that stretch back over a century, Island Energy has provided safe, quality, reliable fueling options, and they're committed to doing it for all of Hawaii now and into the future.
Island Energy is a local company here headquartered in Kapolei. It has a heritage that goes back 130 years here in Hawaii. We originally were founded as Pacific Oil and Gas, later became Chevron, and over 4 years ago we've transitioned to Island Energy Services. We're a local company that imports fuel and distributes it here across the islands of Hawaii, and people probably better know us on the streets as Texaco in Hawaii, where we have a network of 57 Texacos. Island Energy is no longer in the refining business. We exited that a little over 2 years ago with an opportunity to be a fuel importer to the state. So it's created a lot of new opportunities getting out of the refining business. We're now looking at the future of Hawaii, clean, renewable fuels, things like renewable diesel, biodiesel, sustainable aviation fuels, and how does that fit into the energy mix as Hawaii moves forward. As Island Energy, we think about the future here in Hawaii and what it might mean for our company and everyone who lives and works here as well. And we think about sustainable fuels and how that may play into the energy mix. So more recently, Island Energy has launched a program called Hoala, and it's through our network of 57 Texaco stations across the state. It's an opportunity for people who buy fuel through Texaco to help offset their carbon emissions that come with purchasing and using that fuel. To date, we've offset over 11,000 vehicles worth of consumption of fuel, and it's something that we take pride in and look for opportunities to further grow that. In addition, we look at simple things like what can we do as a company to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions by looking for PV opportunities for operations like you see behind me at our terminal here in Kapolei, but also terminals in neighbor islands. Why would we do this? You would think, here's an oil company, quote unquote. Really is, we have a role to play here. We live here, we work here, we enjoy the beauty of Hawaii. And so what can we do as a company here locally to really support the mission of what we're trying to accomplish as a local company? It's the right thing to do. What I believe makes Island Energy unique and special is really, frankly, our people. We're headquartered here, we live here, we work here, we're part of the community. With that, we're really focused on safe, reliable, environmentally sound operations. And it's all about our mission to provide the fuels that the economies need to help really sustain the future for Hawaii. We do pay attention to EVs, and there's a growing market for EVs, and we certainly understand that they have a place. And we've looked at EV charging stations at our locations, and over time that may make sense. We've talked to utilities about what that could look like. We're focused on them, but recognize the futures, there'll be a transition over time. Look at the amount of emissions we've been able to reduce through the Hawaii program. It's about the same amount that the EVs are contributing today. We think if we can continue to grow, and it'll attract more, and we'll be able to do more. So for more information about Island Energy Services, you can find us on our website at islandenergyservices.com, Facebook, and an Instagram account, Texaco in Hawaii. For more information about the Hawaii program, you can find us at hawalahi.com.
Brought to you by Texaco in Hawaii.
Coming up, new cocktail recipes you can try at home. We're with the head bartender of Kailua Town Pub and Grill. Plus, get a look at some specialty drinks from Kona Brewing Company in Hawaii Kai. Details after the break.
Aloha and welcome back to High Now Weekender. Earlier we were talking all of the great food that's over at Gaslamp. Now we're talking cocktails. So we got Mikey Hara here. He is the beverage director of Gaslamp. How are you, brother?
Doing great. How are you?
Good. Well, I'm very excited. I see some high-end liquors, some cocktails here. So what are you making?
Good question. We've got a couple of different cocktails we're making for you that may make an appearance on our next menu.
Cool.
First is going to be a lighter affair cocktail with a little bit of Japanese gin, some aperitivo, and a little bit of Wolfberger Cremant, a little sparkling
Beautiful.
rosé.
Let's get to it. Let me see.
Yeah, of course.
So what do we have here? Well, yeah, what's the base? What are we starting with?
We're going to do the lighter cocktail first.
Okay.
And then also we'll follow up with a little bit more liquor-heavy cocktail.
Okay.
As well.
So when it comes to the cocktail menu at Gaslamp, it's kind of a unique experience, with the food and kind of the jazz and the ambiance. How do you kind of decide what's going to get on the cocktail menu?
That is a great question. We do a lot of research.
A lot of research.
Heavily researched. And I think that we try to put things on the menu that everyone can come and enjoy,
right.
And everyone has a cocktail for them. If not, we have a great dealer's choice option where we'd be happy to craft something specific to what you're looking for.
I like that dealer's choice. Woo! Yeah, that's shaken and stirred at the same time. That's high level stuff. Don't try that at home. All right, beautiful. Now, what is the name of this cocktail?
This is Rosé Colored Lenses.
Beautiful. Love the color on that.
Topped off with a little bit of sparkling rosé from Cremant.
Awesome. And then the garnish, what are we garnishing with?
Some edible flowers over here for you.
Oh. Beautiful. One more time on the name?
Rosé Colored Lenses.
Wow. Cheers, gang.
On the lighter side.
That's beautiful. Very light. Whew, very light. Very dangerous. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's fantastic. What do we got going on here?
And this is...
that looks like whiskey.
It is. And this is something more liquor heavy, something really delicious. I think we're going to call it a man's compass.
Man's compass?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. We have the torch. Go ahead. Whoo! So what does that do when you do that to the top?
It expresses some of the orange notes. It'll help pull out some of the orange notes from the Lucano and from the other liqueurs that we have for you. Give it a hint of smokiness as well.
Awesome. That is a beautiful cocktail, man.
There you go. Cheers.
Thank you. What is this one called?
Man's Compass.
A Man's Compass. I love the names. Oh, I can smell the orange and taste it too. Oh man, that is beautiful. And people can find you on social media one more time?
At Gaslamp Hawaii, as well as me personally at The Life of Mikey Hara.
There you go. Make sure you follow them. Gaslamp Mike, mahalo for the cocktails. We'll have the rest of this up on HighNowDaily.com. Perfect. Talking about all those drinks got me wanting to try one. Let's do it.
For the Midori Dragon Mojito, we're gonna start with a couple mint sprigs, squeezes of lime, the Dragonberry rum, a half ounce of the Midori, scoop of ice. Then we're gonna shake this up. And then we're gonna finish it off with our Tropical Punch Island Seltzer. A lime to top it off. This is our Dragonberry Midori Mojito.
Wow, it's really good. Ooh, it's light, refreshing. I'd probably drink 10 of these.
Our spiked Shamrock. Start with a scoop of ice, creme de menthe and Stoli vanilla, Godiva chocolate. Top it with a tiny bit of ice cream, blend that up.
Dang, that looks like a milkshake.
It's topped with a little bit of whipped cream, a little drizzle of the creme de menthe, and you're ready to go.
Oh, this feels like there's no liquor in it at all. Holy cow.
Brought to you by Cutter Chevrolet.
Ooh, now if you didn't make it over there, I'm told they're keeping that pizza kind of on the menu for the next couple of weeks. Make sure you check them out. Kona Brewing Company, it was fantastic. The food was great. The cocktails were great. They're a staple in Coco Marina. Go down and support. It was fantastic.
Coming up on High Now, how the Honolulu Museum of Art is bringing art education back into Keiki's classrooms and into your home. See how the museum's new art kits are impacting Keiki at schools across Oahu.
If your donuts didn't catch your eye on Instagram, well, you're following the wrong people. We've got Little Vessels Donut Co. here in our High Now kitchen. Sachi, what is the story behind your donuts?
I'm a lifelong vegetarian, and donuts was one of those things that I really loved. So in the vegan donuts, I use coconut milk and coconut oil. And then instead of eggs, I use aquafaba and flaxseed. Today we have rose cardamom along with some dried rose petals. Maple, it's made with real maple syrup. Coconut bacon, so it's a vegan bacon that I put on top. And then I've got matcha with a mint drizzle and mint leaves, and then a classic vanilla glaze.
Ooh, I mean, this is like all kids' dream right here, to be able to do this. Woo!
Beautiful.
Beautiful, okay.
Let's try the maple.
So how did you come up with these flavors? I mean, you gotta be creative, I guess, when you're vegan or vegetarian, right?
Yeah, for sure. I try to pull from childhood favorite flavors, as well as the first time I've had a flavor combination in my life. That's a little vessel, it takes you back.
Awesome, I love it.
I have about 6 signature flavors, but I do try new flavors, do new themes, stuff like that.
How do people order?
Now I have an online platform.
Oh.
The link is in the bio. Pickup is on Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 2 in Kaimuki.
And what is the story behind the square donut? I mean, donuts are normally circles.
I found myself not finding any round cookie cutter. And I found this really incredible kit of square ones, and then I fell in love with them.
It was meant to be.
It was exactly.
Oh, whoa. First of all, if you didn't tell me that this is a vegan donut, I absolutely would not know. I would eat this over any other donut. Oh my goodness, they're so soft. Strawberry. That does bring back a little childhood memory. It reminds me of some kind of sticker I used to scratch.
And I love hearing these stories about, like, whether it's a sticker you scratched or a cookie you ate or whatever it was, it's so much fun, and it's a way of everyone sort of relating to flavors and food the same way.
Incredible.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Thank you.
What is your hope for the future?
The weekends are so special. Like, it brings me so much joy, and it makes me feel so connected to other people. A brick and mortar and doing this every day would be awesome.
Oh my goodness, well, I sure hope so. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for coming in and bringing all of this amazing goodness. Make sure you follow her, Little Vessels Donut Co. on Instagram, and follow her journey as well. But make sure you try the donuts. We'll have more info up on HighNowDaily.com.
Aloha gang, the Honolulu Museum of Art is bringing art education back into Keiki's classrooms and into your home.
Education here at the museum has been a pillar since 90 years ago. And just like other museums across the country, we've been moving our physical experiences onto our website and social media doing digital resources. But one problem that it did not solve was communities and people that don't have access to the internet, don't have computers, iPads, Wi-Fi. Our solution there was to develop these kits that were based on the digital resources that we've provided, based on the programs that we've been doing for many, many years, and then sending it out to schools and organizations so they can actually have that experience making art with their hands. So this is our art kits. So with any of the works of art that we have in our gallery, it was made by somebody. When we think about like this painting or this sculpture, it's actually really simple. It's just materials and one's hands and one's mind. And that's the same thing that's in this box here. First off, we start off with simple instructions on what to do with these supplies. Depending on the actual kit and project, we have different types of materials. So in this one here, we have clay, pens, pencils, sticks, and glue. And then, the resources that we provide in here will enable the student, the child, the family to actually make something. You work with your family, you work with your hands, you make decisions on what colors to use, what shapes to make. All of those things speak to the education of what we do here in the museum, and then how we are cultivating innovation and creativity for all the people of Hawaii.
The kits helped us connect by bringing some kind of art into their hand, and bringing the art into their hand and them touching and feeling and be able to see their friends on top of the video as well, because they're all at home for so long, was touching, because we're so excited seeing each other as well as doing something creative that wasn't just reading a book or normally do with the teachers. It helped us bring the community together by bringing the Honolulu Museum of Arts to our school to share the word with them. Kindergarteners are forever telling me, oh, thank you so much for the Play-Doh. It was so much fun. Their minds just was so creative where no one did the same thing.
We distributed 1,266 kits, distributed them to our partner schools, Palolo Elementary, Princess Ka'iolani Elementary, Kalihiuka Elementary, and Lanakila Elementary. We want people to thrive. We want people to be inspired, have that creative itch, and be innovative. And that's what art is all about. Visit our website, that's honolulumuseum.org, and we have an education link there that you can go ahead and explore all of our resources and find more information on our kits.
Brought to you by Honolulu Museum of Art.
Coming up, add your phone to the fight against COVID-19, how downloading a new app can help slow the spread, and unlock a special offer from Zippies. Details after the break.
Aloha Safe Alert is a free, voluntary news service that helps stop the spread of COVID-19. It is the state of Hawaii's official exposure notification app, and Zippies is offering a sweet incentive to those who download it.
Aloha Safe Alert app is the official state of Hawaii exposure notification application. And what this app does is it helps to alert people when they might have been in contact with someone who has COVID-19. All you need to do is go to your app store on Google Play or your Apple App Store on your iPhone, look up Aloha Safe Alert, download that app. Once you do that, you just have to leave it on your phone. It's doing all of the work. Everything is private, it's anonymous. You will not be identified in any way. Your location won't be identified either. If, unfortunately, you get infected with COVID-19, the Department of Health sends you a text message to say anonymously share your positive result through the app, sends this private notification to others who you have maybe been in contact with within 15 minutes and 6 feet, and they will get the notification saying you may have been exposed to someone with COVID-19. This app was really developed for the community and by the community through a public-private partnership with AIO Digital, State Department of Health, and Hawaii Executive Collaborative. What it'll do is help decrease the infections that we have in our community. Studies out of Oxford show that for every 1% increase in users of Aloha Safe Alert, it'll decrease infections by 1 to 2%. It'll be more effective as people download it. So what we've really done is partnered with businesses and organizations across the state. Businesses like banks and Hawaii Pacific Health and companies like Zippies have talked about it to their employees, and now we're going to launch something really fun just to get people to download this app and start using it. Right now, we are at about 400,000 activations or downloads of this app. And to help us get even more downloads, Zippies is helping us to launch a campaign called All In for Aloha Safe. And what Zippies is doing, they are saying if we reach 450,000 downloads by March 26th, then Zippies will offer 25% off of all of their breakfast bentos at all their takeout counters, March 29th through April 2nd. If you want more information about the app, go to alohasafealert.org.
Brought to you by Zippies and Aloha Safe Alert.
For some families, seeking resources during pregnancy or postpartum seems daunting. CalMed Hawaii partners with community organizations, including University Health Partners of Hawaii, to ensure that all parents are able to receive the services they need.
I'm a certified nurse midwife and international board certified lactation consultant. And so in my current job at University Health Partners, I work in the My Home program, and that's really a special program for moms and women who are having difficulty accessing care. And so I go out into the community and I see them wherever they're at. So that can be in their homes or apartments, shelters, that can be in community parks, in their cars. For 2020, I saw over 226 patients and I did over 610 visits. I do telehealth as well, so definitely servicing neighbor islands and definitely lots of lactation support for neighbor islands, but also family planning. You know, many providers that were scaling down the in-person visits that they were bringing in didn't prioritize birth control. And so, you know, if you can't access that, that can really impact your life in multiple ways, including financially. Breastfeeding Hawaii is the state breastfeeding coalition. Do advocacy, we've really provided education around some of the laws that have gone into place in the state as far as nursing in public, breastfeeding in the workplace, and the jury duty exemption law. So really getting involved in some of those protections, as well as really trying to increase more supports in the community. CalMed kind of connected with us because we are the state breastfeeding coalition, and then from that, they do let people know about our statewide directory so that people can find lactation support on their islands. We also let people know that they're a resource based on what insurance they have to get access to breast pumps as well. So I also volunteer with the Midwives Alliance of Hawaii. We really work to provide education around midwifery, and we're involved in supporting the licensure for midwives in the state of Hawaii, which went into effect July 1 of 2020. So we now have 15 licensed midwives in the state of Hawaii, and that's really exciting. Just really trying to create more access for families and be able to connect them with resources in the community. There are different Facebook support groups for moms, whether it's during pregnancy or postpartum. We just really want to make sure that they're connecting to the services they need so they can be well and supported, especially during this time when it's hard to get that in-person care. So know that there's something out there that can help them.
Coming up, helping local families facing food insecurity. How United Healthcare is ensuring those on the Waianae Coast have access to healthy meals. When High Now returns. Food insecurity is one of the most prevalent issues facing Hawaii families. According to Waianae Coast Comprehensive Healthcare Center, as many as 40% of Waianae families reported being food insecure even before the pandemic began, which is why United Healthcare is redefining what access to care looks like by addressing each patient's social needs and directing them to community resources that can help.
Food insecurity is a serious issue here in the islands. COVID-19, the pandemic, just heightened and worsened the situation. Actually, before COVID-19, food insecurity has been identified based on surveys on Oahu, ranking a bit higher than housing insecurity and homelessness. Access to nutritional food really impacts physical health as well as mental health, their well-being, impacts individuals as well as their family. We work with partners like Waianae Coast Comprehensive Health Center, who's right there in the community out there on the Waianae Coast. They've got a number of programs to address these issues and help to support the community.
Local families here in West Oahu are really hurting. Before the pandemic, nearly 40% of our local families were reporting some kind of food insecurity issue. And once COVID-19 hit, that number went even higher. But we have great collaborations with the Hawaii Food Bank, with United Healthcare and other agencies, and we've been really able to meet that demand of the food need here in our community by expanding our Kapuna pantry meals and our weekly distributions, as well as food distributions monthly. With United Healthcare, we're able to complete a survey with our patients and our residents here to just determine the reason behind that food insecurity, such as was there a loss of income, or they're just unaware of the resources that are out there. And so we take that information, we determine what the need is, and we provide the services such as information about our weekly distributions, our food distribution. In 2020, we distributed over 2 million pounds of food. Even helping them apply for SNAP or financial assistance through the state, signing up our community members for medical insurance as well, and just making that connection.
Partnerships with Waianae Coast as a community health center and the provider on the Waianae Coast is absolutely critical. They work in the community. They know what's going on. They know the local resources there, the food banks and the direct services that they provide. It's really more than needed during this time of COVID.
We encourage donations to local food pantries, our food bank, donations to our program here at the health center. Our food distributions is put on by our health promotions department. We can just give us a call and we can get them on our volunteer list. 697-3236.
And just search on United Healthcare Community Plan Hawaii and they'll find us.
Brought to you by United Healthcare.
Pohainani is part of the Good Samaritan Society, which makes its mission of caring for kupuna one that is driven by respect, dignity, and compassion. One of the benefits of its Windward campus is not only gorgeous views, but high-quality skilled nursing and rehab services.
Pohainani has been providing care to seniors for over 50 years. The fact that Pohainani has an independent living, assisted living, care homes, and a skilled nursing facility, we are not only providing the setting for the care, but we are also able to provide the guidance and hand-holding help to residents and our families as they navigate the increasing challenges and adjustment to growing care needs. In our skilled nursing facility, we provide for the same level of clinical care that other facilities do.
Harry Jeanette Weinberg Care Center at Pohainani campus. It's a small 44-bed skilled nursing facility where we provide skilled resident care with 24-hour registered nurses. We do care such as IV antibiotics, tube feedings, complex wound care. Many of our people come to our facility to get short-term rehab services and go home. They're much better and stronger after coming to our place. Our residents are engaged, active in various activities. The fact that we have this here at Pohainani really eases our families' minds and puts them at peace.
Our team of therapists, occupational therapy, physical therapy, and speech therapy will provide a customized rehab program for them to reach their personal goals and get them as independent as possible. I just had a story the other day where someone said, I just want to be able to walk my dog again. Our goal was to make sure that she was able to get up and walk safely with her dog. Other people have goals that they want to play with their grandchildren. Others are simple goals. I want to be able to take myself to the bathroom. I want privacy and independence. There's a great deal of satisfaction. We feel honored to serve this community and this population. Our seniors are a treasure of the community. Seeing people that come into us in a very fragile state and they're able to get up on their own 2 feet and walk out and take care of their own basic needs, it's really rewarding.
What makes the Pohainani community special, I think, is our mission. We are a faith-based community. We are dedicated to sharing God's love through the work of health, healing, and comfort. If anyone is interested in coming to stay with us at the skilled nursing facility for a short-term stay, maybe hospice care, or even long-term care, contact our admissions coordinator, Alyssa Rogers, at 349-7707.
Brought to you by Pohainani.
Coming up, An ocean adventure fun for the whole family.
How you can take on the Sub-Squatch on Oahu's leeward side. We'll be right back.
If you don't know by now, Kainoa and I are all about adventure.
That's right, so today we're out on the west side. We're testing out the Sub-Squatch with Let's Surf Hawaii. Let's go!
Let's Surf Hawaii, been open for about 6 years. We're located at Eisenhower Beach. This beach is empty. The waves aren't too big. The ocean's not too deep. So it's a place where actually people can come and have fun and not worry about risking their lives. We provide surfing, stand-up paddle lessons, Sub-Squatch, to everybody who comes to Hawaii or people that live here who just wants to have fun.
And that's exactly what we're doing with this 16-foot beast.
The Sub-Squatch was invented by legendary waterman Brian Kealana from Makaha. We provide a steersman, an experienced paddler. We're the only ones in the state who offer this service. When the wave comes, he's gonna tell you guys to paddle. Once we're on the wave, you can stand up, lie down, you can do whatever you want. Ride as far as you guys can. If you don't wanna swim, don't fall off.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
To the lineup we go.
And it's smiles and cheers all around.
That's pretty fun. It's a good workout. Every one of our instructors, lifeguard, first aid, CPR certified, and ultimately, they're great watermen, especially for people that come in out for the first time to surf. All of our instructors, they got it, they got you. This is where you want to be. Because of COVID and what's been happening, some kids, they come to the beaches and they don't know what they're doing, and they might get into a little bit of trouble. The best thing to do is just go take a surf lesson, learn about the ocean, learn some ocean safety, do it safely so you can actually enjoy it. Perpetuating the sport of surfing is at the utmost importance to Hawaiians. We share the knowledge, the ocean knowledge, to have fun.
And these two Hawaiians are soaking it up.
Get him. All right, keep paddling, keep paddling. A couple waves under our belt and we're even feeling a little gutsy.
If anyone's interested in lessons, it's by reservation only. We got Kama'aina specials for Sub-Squatch. We're making our exclusive lessons the same price as our group lessons. If you mention hi now, we give you 10% off. So you can hit us up on our website, letssurfhi.com.
Woo, that was awesome.
That was great.
You guys gotta check out Let's Surf Hawaii. It is a bucket list item for sure, Sub-Squatch.
Heck yeah, make sure you check it out. This whole segment will be up on HiNowDaily.com.
Woo!
Woo!
Brought to you by Cutter Ford.
Oh, that was awesome. A big mahalo to Heavenly Hakus for the beautiful day I got to wear, and a big mahalo to the fellows over here at Gaslamp for coming in. Make sure you follow them, Gaslamp HI on Instagram, social media. And a big mahalo to all of you guys at home for joining in on Hi Now. Don't forget, you can catch all of our segments on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube as well. Make sure you click that subscribe button. Now, next week, they just got voted one of the best sandwiches on Oahu. We're catching up with Katsu Sando 808. Mahalo for tuning in. Aloha.